Hey everyone, it's Renee with Truepath Consulting, and welcome to the parenting section of my YouTube channel. I'm going to give you weekly parenting tips because that's what I've done my whole career is talk to parents about parenting, and I've done parenting classes and workshops and worked with parents in their homes, and I am a parent, so that's what I want to talk with you guys about. I don't know if I'm going to call it spiritually guided parenting or connected parenting, something like that. I like connected parenting because you're connected to source, God, the universe, whatever you want to call that. You're connected to yourself, you're connected with your kids. So we'll see. But today's topic is parent guilt. I'm a mom of a 24-year-old girl and a 22-year-old son. So maybe I'm at that point in my parenting career where you kind of reflect back on the good things that you've done as a parent and maybe some of the not so good things that you did. And trust me, I made a lot of mistakes. And I was lucky because I was teaching about parenting. I was helping parents with parenting skills and, how to do consequences and all that stuff. So I had all the knowledge, I had all the information that you could want. And it's a whole different ballgame when you are trying to parent your own kids because you're emotionally involved. And where parenting mistakes come in is when your own stuff gets in the way. We are human beings. As parents, we are human beings. So we have our own wounds and traumas and past and things that we're trying to work through that sometimes cloud our judgment or get in the way of maybe making the best parenting choices, because we're just human, and the main message I want to get across to you today is to cut yourself some slack. My belief is that before we even came into this life, our children and us kind of made a contract with each other and agreed to play these roles in this lifetime. So I'll be the mom, you be the kid, and we'll come together and we'll learn lessons. And that's what we're here to do, right? Both of us, our kids and us, are here to learn lessons as we go. And so that's the thing. We're just kind of bumbling along, trying to figure it out as we go. Especially in our society the way it is today, we're not always surrounded by other caregivers like, grandparents and aunts and uncles. And, in our Western society where I live, we're very much isolated and just kind of, you just have to figure it out for yourself. You don't have a lot of support and help all the time. So that's great if you do. Take advantage of that. It's so important. So, parenting mistakes, like just recently, I woke up in the middle of the night and I was like almost in a cold sweat because I had just like this overwhelming feeling of mom guilt. And I even like texted my kids. I was apologizing for things that I had done. Like, oh, I'm so sorry I let you cry, when I was sleep training you. And they're like texting back like, oh, mom, like laughing at me like I was a baby. I don't know. I'm not traumatized. Don't worry. But you look back on maybe mistakes that you made and you just wish you could go back and do it differently, but you can't. And guilt is just a learning tool. When you feel guilt, it is a signal that there is something to learn. There's something that didn't sit well with you, and it's bringing up a distressing feeling for a reason. It's telling you that maybe wasn't the best choice. What can I learn from it? So that's what I would call you to do, is try, I know this is hard because guilt is a horrible feeling, but try to not let guilt move into shame. Let guilt just be a clue for you. Try to take an objective stance and say, okay, what is this guilt telling me? What could I have done better? And how can I let it go? Watching parents over the years, when you see parents parenting from a place of guilt, say, they were in a bad relationship, and or I've been through a divorce, so I know the guilt that goes along with going through a divorce and how that might affect your kids. And there is guilt that goes along with that. But if you stay there, if you stay in that place of guilt and try to parent from that place, you're really going to keep making mistakes, because kids are going to learn how to manipulate you, how to get what they want, and you're not going to be coming from a place of confidence, of firm, loving, decision making. You're going to be parenting from a place of guilt, and kids don't do well with that. So so it's really important to find a way to let that guilt go. So whether it's talking to a friend about it, just working through excuse me, some of the feelings and thoughts that come with it. Maybe there's some old traumas that you have to work through. Every one of us has things that we need to work through. And so, cut yourself some slack. Let it go. Kids really need us to let those feelings of guilt go. They want us to be happy. Kids are so forgiving. It's amazing how forgiving kids are. If you are putting in the effort, if you're taking responsibility, sometimes we do things and right after we're like, oh my gosh, that was not cool. That was not good. It's okay to apologize to your kids and say, yeah, that was a mistake. I'm sorry that I hurt your feelings when I yelled at you. So take responsibility. That helps. That's showing that it's modeling for your kids how to take responsibility, and it's also freeing you of that. You might still feel the guilt, but at least you're learning from it and moving forward. And that's all kids want. Kids just want you to move forward from that negative feeling. You can't stay there, right? So I could talk about this for a long time, but I think I'll leave it there. If you need help with that, feel free to reach out. I would love to help you. Like I said, I've been there, done that. I still, look back on some of the things that I've done and go, oh my gosh, I wish I could go back and do it differently. But we're all just here to learn. We're all just here to learn, and we're here to support each other. So definitely reach out to friends and talk it through. If you feel guilty, if your kids are old enough, like my kids are older, I can talk it through with them, and they usually give me really good perspective on things. And like I said, they're so forgiving as long as you're putting in effort and, trying to get better and better as a parent. Okay, so if you liked this message and you want to hear more, I'd love to hear your comments and suggestions for topics. I'm going to do this regularly, so put your comments below, and like and share and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate that, and have a great day.